We've been taught to fear doubt, haven't we? To see it as a flaw, a crack in the foundation of our beliefs. We're told that uncertainty is a sign of weakness. But what if that's wrong? What if doubt isn't the enemy of truth, but the very doorway to it? Think about it. The most dangerous people aren't the ones who question, they're the ones who have stopped. The ones who have locked their beliefs into a cage and mistaken it for safety. They confuse confidence with clarity, and certainty with wisdom. They are sealed off from growth. Doubt often starts as just a whisper. It comes to you late at night, when the world is quiet, and asks questions you'd rather ignore. What if you're not who you think you are? What if the things you've been chasing were never meant for you? What if the life you've so carefully built was shaped more by fear than by freedom? Most of us try to silence that voice. We drown it out with noise, with work, with the constant scroll for validation. Because to truly listen to doubt is to pause. And to pause is to feel that unsettling emptiness that hides just beneath all the frantic movement of our lives. But what if that emptiness isn't something to run from? What if it's the fertile ground where truth finally has a chance to grow? Our minds crave clarity, that perfect, clean answer, but truth rarely arrives like that. It emerges slowly, through the fog, one difficult, painful realization at a time. And in that space between knowing and not knowing, there is doubt, the very force that both terrifies and transforms us. To doubt is to admit that you are alive, that you are still a work in progress, that you haven't finished pretending to know it all. It's the complete opposite of arrogance. It is humility in motion. There is a quiet, profound courage in saying, I don't know. It's a radical act of honesty in a world that is obsessed with being right. It's choosing curiosity over the comfort of old conclusions. And while it might feel isolating at times, it also protects you from living a life built on illusion, because those who never question themselves can never truly understand themselves. They end up living inside borrowed ideas, reciting inherited truths that they've never tested against their own experience. Their beliefs aren't their own, they're just rented. Doubt isn't about destruction, it's about refinement. It's a fire that burns away everything that's false, leaving only what is strong enough to survive the heat. That's why it hurts, because the things that crumble under its pressure were never real enough to last in the first place. When you start to question everything, people around you might say that you're lost, but maybe being lost is the first step toward becoming real. You can find your own truth by following a path that someone else mapped out for you. You have to be willing to wander. You have to walk through the confusion long enough to find your own light. And the deeper you go into this process, the more you realize that certainty was never the real goal. Peace doesn't come from having all the answers. It comes from learning to live gracefully with the questions. We try to control our minds the same way we try to control our lives, with strict rules, with order, with rigid precision. But the mind isn't a machine, it's a river. It's meant to move, to shift, to explore new territories. Doubt is the current that keeps that river from becoming a stagnant pond. So, if you feel uncertain right now, if everything you once held as true now feels fragile and strange, don't panic. It doesn't mean you're breaking down. It means you're breaking open. It means you're finally seeing clearly for the first time. The illusions are dissolving, and the real foundation of who you are is being revealed beneath them. It means you've stopped mistaking comfort for truth. The greatest thinkers, the most awakened souls, the people who have truly changed the world, they never stopped doubting. They understood that every belief, no matter how true it feels today, must be tested again tomorrow in the light of new experience. Doubt doesn't destroy faith, it purifies it. It transforms belief from something you inherit into something you earn, something that is alive and breathing. It keeps you honest, it keeps you awake. So, the next time you find yourself questioning everything, don't rush to find an answer just to escape the feeling. Sit in the silence of not knowing. Let the discomfort stretch you. Let the ground beneath you tremble. Because that feeling isn't weakness, it's the unmistakable sensation of growth. And one day, when you've finally made peace with uncertainty, you'll look back and see that doubt was never trying to tear you apart. All along, it was guiding you home to a version of yourself that no longer needs to be right, but only needs to be real. Thank you so much for watching. If this resonated with you, I'd be so grateful if you'd like this video and subscribe for more content like this. I'll see you in the next one.